Hello, everybody.
Well, hello.
Coffee and
How's
Combo.
it going? Yes.
Jason, Esther, and you, the awesome you.
Yes.
How are you today? Happy Friday, not Thursday.
Right.
Which doesn't matter, but we're a day late. We had a couple things at spring break.
Well, yeah,
Kids
are
have
home,
off of
so.
school this week, so we decided to come on today instead of yesterday.
Yes. So, today we're going to talk about the awesome creator, or the D, and we are going to answer some questions.
Yes.
But
we're going to highlight.
thanks for taking some time and joining us, and we're doing these little highlights of the different styles.
We're going to highlight the D today, so if you have any D friends, tag them below in the comments because they might want to hear about themselves.
So, of course, on here we go, a little, even though I go a little bit in depth, we go a little more surface.
Yes.
I'm putting together some other more focused pieces on each type, on how either you can support them and understand them, help them, or you can understand yourself if that's your style. So if you have interest in that, look out on the website. They will be coming. I have to record some of those. And
JasonTweaver.com.
Yes, and that takes me a little more time because there's only so much talking I can do because I'm not energized by talking. Even though I like to put out information to help you.
Yes.
But yeah, shall we get into the questions first?
Oh, the
please,
questions. Yes, we had 2 questions.
So thank you again for commenting, for asking questions, all that stuff. Kimberly, this is for you. So
first question was, are there only 4 types?
Sure.
So if we're talking about the disc, they are divided into 4.
So this is the thing, of course, everyone is unique and has this unique combination. And so, again, never see it as a box, first of all.
And then she had asked, or do people usually have combinations of the types, which you probably...
Right. And so, the disc is just an instrument that was developed that reads or measures different areas of a person's life or approach to life. And so, first of all, there you have these different percentages of these different approaches. You have your own unique expression. It's never
the same.
Even though some people have similarities, it's never the same.
Never the same.
And then secondly, we all, when you're talking to disc and it's measuring 4 areas, which is what that's
4 types.
4 types, 4 areas. We all have these 4 areas. We all have a piece of the D, the I, the S, and the C. But some, you have some that are high enough that you express those styles or that way of seeing and doing things, and some are so low that they cause you to express things kind of the opposite side. So for example, for me, my C is very high, therefore I'm more analytical, or what it measures. It's not because my C is high that it measures that. Because I'm analytical, my C is high, right?
Your C is high.
Because again, it goes, well, people are saying I'm a high C, and therefore they limit themselves, they embrace all that, whatever. You know our approach, that it's the greatness that you bring, that it's that it benefits everyone. And so I'm more analytical and systematic, therefore when I get measured on the disc, I have a high C. My I comes back very low.
Very low.
So what that means is, because my I is so low, it means that it takes a lot of energy for me to communicate, especially verbal communication.
So it takes a lot of energy for you to communicate, therefore your I is very low.
Yes. You got it.
If you want to be accurate for your need.
You got it. But so what is measured is, or what this measures, all 4 of the areas are checked, says, hey, this is how you express all 4 of these areas. And if some are higher, you express it this way. When some are low, this is how you express yourself, or it's saying that. So,
and those that don't know, it's the DICS. There SC, therefore disc.
Disc,
That's what we're
right.
talking about.
And so, I think some of the older terminology is the dominance, the influence, the
steady,
yeah,
steadiness,
steadiness,
and
conscientiousness. Hey, you remember those better than me. But the language I like to use is the creator for the D, the advancer for the I, the executor for the S, and the refiner for the C.
Yes.
Because it leans a little more into what they create.
Yeah.
So.
And then the other question was also from Kimberly. And would a company having all 4 personalities thrive more than only one type of personality?
Sure. So, of course, any team or any group of people trying to collaborate and accomplish a lot of things, it's super beneficial, whether it's whatever, to have these different styles, because what you're doing is what people produce the best and generate naturally and are energized by, therefore creating the best results, the best experience, whatever, for people. When you have each person engaging in those areas, you have a more well-rounded team or company. The thing is, if a company is very focused on a specific area, you may not technically need everything, all the different styles. So, for example, if you're a very information and analytical-based, company, you could do well with having a lot of the team being analyzers, the refiners, whatever. But if you're trying to any external communication or any communication within the team, you're going to struggle if you don't have communicators to pull that together. So again, you could lean more heavily toward a side, depending on what your team is trying to accomplish or what your main focus of the company is. But it's super beneficial. And that's why when I work with teams or companies, we look at the whole team and say, hey, these are some areas where you're actually missing some of these strengths, and it might be beneficial to find some people in that area to pull them in. Yeah. Thanks for the questions,
We
Kimberly.
hope that answered the questions. If you have any more, let us know. Anybody? But moving on to the creator. The D.
Okay.
On the disc.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, do you want to talk about it?
Let's highlight.
So you guys are awesome.
Yes.
You may not need to be told that as much as some of the other styles, because you have a little bit higher ego strength, not in a negative sense.
No,
right?
Not in a negative
but
sense.
You're just more confident in, hey, this is who I am. I don't really care as much if other people don't agree with me or don't see things the way I do. And not in a rude sense.
Do you actually feel better if you... This is a question. This is me, my questions. Do you actually feel better as a D if you're not... the same or thinking the same or have the same idea or whatever as everybody else, because you want to stand out in a very positive way?
Sure. So anyway,
if you're the originator,
if you're a creator out there, give a thumbs up. Say what's up. Not necessarily. I don't find as much that they don't want to. I mean, they just don't care as much.
Okay.
So it means more to you as the advancer to be that same type of connection or whatever means more to you. I know you're coming from a different angle with that, but for the creator, they're creating movement, they're creating results, they're a pioneer. So for them, it's just like, hey, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. We see this potential. You guys are built to pioneer, to push through kind of the uncharted territory when it's challenging, difficult, almost difficult, that struggle of, think of chopping through the jungle, pioneering a trailblazer. That's what you're built for and you're born for, and you're energized by that. Where all the other personality styles kind of that's not super energizing. That
Right.
actually wears a lot of other
And
people
that
out.
it's actually a challenge, and therefore you
Yeah.
like that there is no path. That's okay. That's a challenge, right?
So,
And so
you know, if you've ever heard or you've ever told a creator in your life, no, you can't do that, they're going to do it exactly
they're gonna prove you wrong.
that very thing. If you ever had a kid who's a creator, when you say no, you can't do that, they're going to go and do it. And a lot of times we say, oh, that's, you know, just a kid. When you tell them no, but you'll find that it has a lot to do with the personality style that's being developed. Now, when they're young, you know, they're still kind of
They're finding their limits. Are gonna say yes to every no you give, right? But I mean,
well, yeah. What I
There's
was
a
going to say
general-
when they're young, even though, like, I believe you're wired a certain way, part of it comes through the family you're born into and things which you have no control over. So when they're young, they're still kind of developing into that space.
yeah.
But you'll find, hey, when you say no and they're stronger, they're built for that creator personality, that
Yeah.
pioneer, they'll go and do it.
Yeah.
And that's how it
And
is.
often they will prove you wrong.
Right, because
that's not possible.
You're built for that challenge. You're built for the
Yes,
impossibilities
yes.
to make them possible. That's
Yeah.
part of the gift you bring to the world if you're a creator.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, like, you're amazing. And
Yeah.
I know you may not need to hear that necessarily, except for the fact when everybody tells you you're, you know, you're ugly or not in looks, but
No, yeah.
you're too strong, you're
Rude.
too aggressive. Right, we want to value and watch the way we interact with people, but that's part of your strength is to come and say, hey, you know,
Let's keep it moving.
Let's find
Let's
a way
get it
through.
done.
Let's
Yes.
create.
Let's
Let's
do
get
this.
some results.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
You're
because
awesome.
they are motivated by
motivated by the
results.
the impossibility, the results, getting it done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are looking on our cheat sheet. We
You-
used that
you are
last-
looking on
I
the
am
cheat
looking
sheet,
on my
yeah.
cheat sheet.
Yep.
We created a cheat sheet for each of the types on the disc personality, and we're looking at the D today.
So what else do we have to they generate on there?
Yeah, where they generate. We're looking at the first thing. If you want this on our website, you can find it. It's free. They generate big picture.
Big picture. Right.
So
that's where, you know, some of us, there's an empty field out there,
Yeah.
grass field,
Yeah.
grass area. We'll see the empty place. You'll see apartment buildings, apartment complexes,
yes,
shopping centers,
yeah,
whatever. You'll
yeah.
see the big picture, something coming down the road. What could be?
they are visionaries. They see things that
Very
are
good.
not there yet, but they
Yeah.
can see it like it is there. You know.
And that's where the difference. Visionary, so the advancers have a lot of ideas. The creators are the combination of idea into action, and so that's where, if you look at vision, you can kind of see,
Yeah.
hey, it's not just an idea we're going to talk about.
Right,
It's
right.
going to take an idea to action, which is actually more of a definition of vision.
Right, which is the next one. They generate action.
Action.
There
Yeah.
are generators of action and results.
Results. Boom.
Boom. We already covered that.
It's not good. You're not energized by talking about it,
No.
right? And you're
No.
not energized by even. Yeah, I'll leave it. We'll get
Yeah,
into that
okay.
later.
So some things that the D will say are just do it. Nike? No. Just do it. Just do it. When will you get this started?
Yeah, and actually, I did change that. It's actually better stated. When will you get this done?
Oh, when will you get this
Yeah.
done? Oh, I
Right.
have the old cheat
Yeah.
sheet.
I tweaked that.
When will you get this done? So it's like, just do it. They're gonna see it and tell
And
you.
so they're going. You guys are motivators into
Yeah.
like go and do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's not hang around discussing it. Let's not
Yeah, let's not waste any more time.
sit
Let's-
around researching
Yeah.
it. Let's go and
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
And so it's not a rude sense.
No.
Although, if you're a person who wants to take some time or figuring it out or need some time to process and make a decision, you'll feel it's a little rude because they'll be like, well, why do we need to talk? Let's do it. And so
Let's go a little
if you're a
faster.
creator, just remember some of the other styles around you need a little more time. And so you might need to hold the pressure back a little bit because you create those results in action. So.
And a D, the likes of a D are freedom. That's a big one. Freedom to make decisions. If you have a child that is a D and they need a lot of freedom to make decisions. They like honor. They like what, not how questions. And the quickest way.
Right. So.
The quickest way, not slowest. Come on, let's keep on going.
and if that's you, again, we're talking to the creators as well. Like you'll see that if you're finding yourself frustrated in a situation, it may be because you feel like your freedom of choice is taken away. That because you generate decisions, you have the ability to make decisions, especially under pressure, where a lot of the other styles. We need some more time to make decisions. We don't want to decide for everyone. You are energized to make decisions. And for everybody, and to move things forward and to say, hey, if a bunch of people are talking about where we eat dinner, they could take a long time and they would be super hungry before they decide where we're going. You will step up and say, hey, let's go here.
Okay, we are going here and we're leaving in 30 minutes.
Let's go.
Everybody be ready.
And we'll all eat. It won't be 9 o'clock at night because, again, it's strength of other people. But, hey, what do you want? What do you want? Well, that could take a long time for 10 people to figure out what we all want. Yes. And so that's where, you'll step up and say, let's do it.
What about the what, not how questions? That's a big one.
Yeah, so you'll find as a creator, super de-energizing when people come to you and they're like, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do? You'll be, what? Or if you're interacting with a creator, talk about what we are going to do, the possibilities. What are we going to accomplish? When you say how, they are going to figure it out as they go. And that's part of the strength and not figuring it out ahead of time.
The what speaks more of action and results, which again, that's what they generate, right?
That's what they produce.
What they produce, what they're motivated by. So when you ask a what question, what can we do? What results can we generate from this? That's way more motivating to them than how. I don't know.
Yeah.
How.
Right.
It's not possible. How. Right? They don't.
But not even in a complaining sense.
No,
but that's a tone you use there. But just like, hey, how are we going to do this? Well, they're going to be like, figure it out. Let's go.
Yeah.
Just
do it.
Just do it. And that's where if you're around them, they'll say things like, where are we going? Well, just follow me. Yeah. I don't know where I'm going, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Or I don't know how we're getting there. Just come, follow me. We're going, and we'll get it figured out. And that's the thing too. When you're talking to them and you're talking to them about how they're accomplishing something, right? Our kids, when they have chores, our creators get frustrated when we come and talk to them. Are you doing it the right way? How are you doing this? They're like, we are getting you the result you want. Let me figure out the how. Let me just get in here and do it. Yeah. Don't give me don't come and give me instructions. Do it this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way, and so again, that's because you guys are able to take action, to step in if you're a creator and get things going, get the results, and figure it out on the fly.
So the dislikes, we talked about the likes. The dislikes. Following rules and the status quo. That's what I meant earlier about not the standing out so much, but that they don't want to be the status quo. They don't like that, right? And I have some of that.
Yeah. Because you guys
have some of that. It's like everybody's gonna do that. I'm gonna do it different, or
Yeah, because what you guys build and produce great things, great possibilities.
Yeah.
And so that's
Yeah.
where,
Yeah,
you
it's a
know,
strength.
when it's the status quo or that's what everyone has done, you're there to create movement into bigger possibilities. Like if we wouldn't have creators, all this, if you look at the world around you, these awesome companies and just all these different things wouldn't be kicked off. But if the creator wouldn't say, hey, you know, this is what everyone's doing, let me do something different and create this new possibility.
Now, would it also be like, and I could be wrong, but that everybody's still catching up to the big picture that the D saw and the possibilities of this one thing, but now that then becomes the status quo, now they already see the next possibility. It's not so much that.
No, because that's where your advancer comes in, where you have potential.
I have D, but I'm an
idea, right?
Through and through.
So remember,
okay,
the creator side wants the results, so they want to see something happen from it.
Right. Yeah.
And they, you know, they want to motivate people. They can delegate well to get things done, but they're looking to create that. So.
All right, so following rules and status quo is a dislike. Another dislike is not having the freedom to make a choice. We already said that in the likes. And lack of action and results. We covered that too. Lack of action and results. You know, when things take a long time, it's slower, there's no results of the work they did or the effort they put in or, you know, all of that. That's not a good, no.
Well, so the thing is, like, as creators, you guys are going to find a way to get results. So what gets frustrating is, well, let's say if you're working on something and you're not getting results, you're going to keep taking a different approach until you get that result and find a way through.
Yes.
What can frustrate you is if the people around you are not moving toward getting a result and they're spending, you know, again, you're not as much feeling focused. So when people are like, oh, I don't feel like doing this or I don't feel like whatever, that's not on the grid for you because you're like, we're going to do whatever it takes to get this result. And it's not about feeling. We're going to push through the difficulty and problem solve and get it done. And so if people are hanging around, you know, just being social, just talking about the ideas or I don't feel like it or, you know, let's get all the information first. You're saying, hey, let's get some results here. Who cares if it's not perfect? Let's get results.
And a lot of that is you are the pioneer. You get it started. You come up with that and you create. And that is the awesomeness about you. There would not be all these things in the earth if the creators did not go and do it and get it done and produce and generate that action and result to get to that big picture that they saw in the first place, right? And that was their focus. So those are the things about the creator, the D. If you want that little cheat sheet that we use, just to know, understand yourself, or if you have somebody in your family, if it is a child or maybe your significant other or somebody in your extended family or in business, that you want to understand, you can see very simple and easy. Oh, okay, this is why. Or
put it together so you could have it as a tool in your desk or around the house where it's like, hey, how do I interact with this person? You can just pull that out and check. All right, these are some things they like, they don't like, or this is something somebody said. Oh, this is probably a little bit of their style. How can I connect with them there and work with that? And so
so get you some jasontweaver.com. That's free, and there are more other resources on there that you can use for that. So if you have any questions,
you're being very structured today. Yeah.
I'm trying to move it along because the D doesn't want a lot of explanations either. It's like, okay, we already said that, we already covered that, let's go.
Yeah. So.
Right? So,
Yeah.
just to the point.
To the point.
And
Exactly.
clear and laying it out there. So, but
What?
that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, that was structured. Wow. I'm like, you did that.
But as a creator, or having a creator in your life, you guys are awesome
Yeah.
and amazing, and
Yeah.
so much is
real.
generated by you. There's so much potential that you work with and bring, and so we really appreciate you and begin to appreciate those around you. So,
Yeah.
thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yes.
You're awesome, whatever your style, whatever your unique combination. You're amazing.
Yes.
Continue to embrace it, own it, live it, be it. Bring that greatness to the world
Yeah.
around you. The world's a better
confident
place
in
because
it.
you're in
Yeah.
it. And it's not just a catchphrase; it's for real.
Yeah.
We believe it, and I hope you believe it as well. So
That's why we call you the awesome you. No matter what your style is,
Yep.
it is the awesome you.
we need what
that
you have,
you are.
Yep, and who you are.
Yeah.
So
Have an awesome weekend. We'll see you next time.
cheers. Bye.
Bye.